attorney. They were Abby. And that session, we're still trying our very best to defend Edgeworth from being prosecuted for a murder that he may or may not have done. I don't doubt Edgeworth, but we're dealing with a prosecutor that has all the cards in his hand and giving us few, if any, breaks in the testimonies that we've been given so far. But we're at day three. We're at day 3 of the trial, and yeah, I have no other words, so let's just get into it, I guess. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. What is now a session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. To judge here anyway. And also, the same old questionable voice acting. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. Just like that one song that has 10 minutes of silence. I'll be honest, I forget the name of it, but I remember it was like... I remember it was a thing that was legitimate, but it's been a while. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what's the meaning of your statement just now? Must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's a mysterious bill shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gore Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in a boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. You still haven't heard who this old guy is. Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't even said his name yet. Good, I didn't accident, Mr. Dice. Bah. I predicted this trial ended 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Oh, I'm not really sure. Yep. Ooh, what do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor. The witness doesn't remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Gee, how convenient. Can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. You can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? The night of the murder. It was the night at the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in a restaurant where I read boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man just walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Van Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. Let me cross-examine the witness. Denied him. Alright, right my part. I finally get to actually do stuff other than just question if I'm able to question this questionable individual. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. Surprised he seemed so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remember clearly, I do, yep. See, continue. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess probably could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Objection leading? Objective leading, yes. Von Karma, no. Objective disruptor. Don't be so hard on the girl, Keefy boy. Also, hey, Bald, welcome on in. We're trying to question this person who's most likely drunk, and the defense, the prosecutor just owed to that apparently is not giving us any little to any opportunities to evidence that people is either very powerful or just very corrupt. One of the two. Prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. He probably is. I'm not sure. We don't have like any information on the guy in the witness stand other than questionably drunk, amnesiac, possibly, and related to DL6 to some degree. We just don't know what exactly he's all about. Where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy has been heavily coached by Von Karma. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yeah, time, that is. At the time. I feel like that's probably where I need to get evidence, but I want to check the rest of this testimony first. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what a lot of said in her testimony yesterday. By your window. Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. It's a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. The man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Yeah, I'm gonna say first, because I know I have a feeling I'm gonna be given a press, therefore I do situation. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad? That's certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead as he's walking by too. Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. And he's down. I stare blankly at why we couldn't get a competent witness for once. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On karma. He lured me to cross-examining so he can set me up for a fall. Tisk. Nick, I like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Objection! Your Honor, you proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. This is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. Judge is lost in thought. I do. Objection, Your Honor. This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please? Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. Must be a new record. Good enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. Nani? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused was surrendered to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. This is unfair to have a vampire as the attorney. Apparently he holds all the cards, like I said at the start of the stream. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait. Who was that just now? Me. Huh? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remember it. Remember what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. Gunshot at night. Sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remembered. Anyway, I just can't stay there and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. Testify. Let me testify. Believe it or not, this move is very illegal. I mean, to be fair, I've had my doubts since yesterday's trial that most of the stuff that Von Karma is doing is sus. Order. Well, this is the first time that something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. This trial's over. Nick, this is it. Barry's giving us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. Could make things even worse. Miss Edwards just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, there's another witness. It's our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it's our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call his new witness to testify. Now. Nani? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Also hydrate. That I can do. December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Yeah. That was too close. It's a posture check. That I can also do. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edworth. You're sweating bullets. Just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yeah. He said he went looking for the sealed samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the airtight that night? Yep. Hey, Edgeworth. You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. Couldn't understand what had happened. Couldn't think straight. Then I saw a pistol lying on the floor in the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. Didn't have a reason, really. Let's see. Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. Perfectly corrupt, perfectly forged, evidence. No. Surely no. I still want to be sarcastic, but that probably is true, knowing what we see in the past day. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everybody's on Larry now. On the defendant's side, probably. But pretty much. Like I said, he owes all the cards. We just have, we have evidence that we can't even eat because we keep on getting interrupted trying to talk to witnesses. With us working with Larry Butts, though, that's a completely different story. Court is now back in session. Witness. Please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th. Right. Leave it to me. Please, Mary, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Andrew is right about this being our big break. Denied a murder again. And that night, I was out in a boat in the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard a single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Sister Knight, we begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's gonna say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go before, Nick. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? So many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? It was after 11 when I went on the boat. By that time, everyone has gone home for the night. Yeah, it is the sound of I'm not sure. Yeah. So I waited until the coast is clear, so to speak. And why were you on a boat at such a late hour? Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. Guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. That's some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. So where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order, order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was really foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick. It's a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? Guess I just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. Wish I can call my sister. When in doubt, eat evidence. Well, yeah, did have the pair with me. It's not relevant at this point, though. No. I was gonna say yes. No, that's not the answer. I think I know what it is, though. Now, I gotta lie, I sort of wish a gun would come into play, because I know it's been fired 3 times. Or what about this whole sound thing again? Wait, the photo. Wait. No. I have a feeling that bank was when that picture was taken. Like, I feel like that's probably the point when the picture was taken, but I know, the Konami code is not going to help me though, well. I wish it was the case. Let's see at this point. I want to see if maybe the picture is relevant at this line. Oh, it may be a point. I'm just thinking 2 steps ahead of what the game wants me to do. Oh, Donna's disposition, right. I was like, I have something. Objection. There it is. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Lala Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. Not 1, not 3, 2. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Nani? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Yeah? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm John Cena here. That's so terrible. I know, I started late. I forgot about that. I almost dozed out because how cold it's been today. And yours eat first. I'm surprised Balls didn't claim that, but you're first, technically. You gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? No, it resets every day. It resets every stream, so you won't be on that long tonight. Alright. Stretch my arm real quick. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How can you not be sure? What's happened the past half hour, we had a very, very brief witness, cross-examination with the drunken, boat dude. And then Bob Carmen said, no, you don't get to press him at all, you are just done. And judge almost declared Edgeworth guilty, and then Larry Butts sort of butted in, and now we're cross-examining him, and we're trying to get at least a foot in the door of what happened that day of the murder. Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. My headphones. Nani? Order, stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? At a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. It's a big deal. Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. Do not accept this witness nor shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Knight, should he continue the testimony? Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony. Be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wonder if there was any other way out of this, believe me. What Larry heard. Like, there's so many inconsistencies with, like, the evidence, let alone other stuff.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass just keeps alerting the guards.
Yeah, pretty much. Can't even sneak around to eat evidence because Von Carver just says, nope, Matrix dodge. It's only being alone on Christmas Eve. Again, bruh. That's why I was listening to the all request shows on the radio, see? I was listening to really booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You're listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it's difficult to believe this testimony. Objection. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? The announcer, guy says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. JJ only talked between songs, so you could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe how I continue this charade. So he turned on the radio. Right. Just want to hear someone's voice, you know? Again, bruh. You don't know what it's like out there alone, Christmas Eve alone. I shouldn't have said anything other than bruh. So, do you by any chance remember the name of the program you're listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That's all we need to know. Us, Mr. Betts, how loud was the radio set to that night? Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you can hear anything going on outside at all. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, when I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? So, what did she say? Yes, you're right. Please cease these pointless questions. Must be good knowing what a radio DJ said to us. Indeed, Mr. Von Parma has a point. I allowed a question only if you can see some reason why we should care. At this point, I'm pretty much grasping straws because I can't eat evidence the way I think I could. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh? Fine, very well. Mr. Betts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? I smell my contradiction. I can finally eat. Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. I was gonna say that was it, but no. Because it's almost Christmas, I have an empty lake photo that was taken before Christmas. Sigh. Objection. There it is. Larry, are you really sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's the face? It looks scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor. Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when you heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When you heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the gunshots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Nani? Well, Mr. Knight, what do you think about Mr. Wetz's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there's a gunshot before midnight. Take that. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lala Hart, with her automatic camera. I thought 3 steps ahead on that one. By the gods. The timestamp in the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? Huh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture, Your Honor. The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It's why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Ooh, I mean, Your Honor. This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha. Correct. There was a loud noise in the lake at 11:50 p.m. This is why that photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It's a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor. That night there were 2 sets of gunshots with 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. Camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed triggered the camera. Hey, my nose was clear on that, man. Clear. Wow, Mr. Knight. There's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? I could think of one thing, but the game's probably gonna say no, that's not the right answer. Part of me wants to say the gun, because again, it clearly says fired 3 times. But I know earlier, Larry's testimony was not during the trial, but earlier, like, he found out that the steel samurai that went up in the air made a loud noise when it crashed. I'm gonna go with my gut first. Mr. Knight, is that a smirk I see? Your Honor? Oh. for fuck's sake. I'm gonna save it before this, so I don't waste lawyer points, but I'll take down the chin. Of course, it is the second thing I heard, the actual murder weapon. This is my evidence. I mean, take that. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That third shot was a shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. This is true, there was 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 1:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? It's like a stretch. I mean, so I can answer questions, I guess. Yeah, better do something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Yeah?
Open up.
What's wrong, Nick? Have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Yeah? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in... Oh, in this case, had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never return Edward's guilty verdict. I got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We already got a guilty verdict, we have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk. So, you finally realized the truth. There could be no other murderer here than words. There could be no murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired in the boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. Couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. This timestamp on the photo says 0:15. Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, Are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Oh, I see. I see this clearly. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. What are you saying? Contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond has been killed 25 minutes before the gunshot. I did it backwards, didn't I? Defendant Miles, Mr. Edgeworth Smith is being on that boat. For dog's sake. My point. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Mr. Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Nani? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth will tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Eh? The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats in the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat. Nani? Well then, where did the murder take place? The lake? No, well, if I want to think outside the box, I would say at a place that we haven't been to at all this entire time. Not the boat shop. Definitely not Lottie's place, because she would have known right away. Here. I'll be honest, that looks the most suspicious of me, so I went for a shot in the dark literally for that. Around here, maybe? Maybe, Mr. Knight? Does this maybe include the reason why the killer would shoot that spot? Yes, well... maybe because there is no good reason. The murderer thought we'd never expect it. Oh. Never the photo can't be taken. I'm gonna say it's probably the dumb answer, but maybe the boat shop? No, I don't think that's it, of course. No, apparently that is the answer. I was thinking too outside the box today. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way you can meet with the victim without anyone seen. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Carl Larry's salesman, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in the boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he's wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he just returned the boat? The boat shop? Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? We saw the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker at the build shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. That was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat, and he became Robert Hammond. And then he got on the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And then fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright. Of course, it was a murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Shoot, details. Know this, Mr. Wright. But when you run explanations, the moment you lose. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. Then ensures that anyone who had heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. And then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men in the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. It does sort of make sense because, remember, it was a foggy night on Christmas Eve and no one could see what happened exactly. No one could see what happened between all those shots. And the murderer jumped over. No, the murderer already murdered. The murderer is impersonated Hammond, who was in the DLC6 incident. I mean, he murdered Hammond. He put on his coat. He put on his clothes. He met with Edgeworth. Edgeworth didn't know who Hammond was because that happened 15 years ago and Edgeworth was like a kid then. And I feel like I lost the explanation halfway through. But he shot twice. Edgeworth, probably confused, picked up the gun. I don't know after that though. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. It also explains why the autopsy report was so vague, because it was between Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Because they responded quick, remember? So they would have found the body like ASAP. So it's just suspicious that it took the entire day for someone to find the body. To find Hammond's body. Bailiff. Bring out the witness from before. The bone shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. We're waiting for the caretaker. I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. Nani? What should I do? Find him quickly. Can I allow him to get away? Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trials until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Sheesh, that was a very stressful day. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sipped it due to his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're gonna probably get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but beer's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. So little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Sheesh. Well, to be continued in a few seconds for sure. I'm actually gonna take this time to save, and I'm gonna get up and stretch real quick, because yeah, this mission has to be stretched already. But we'll be back in just a few. I'm gonna run some comfy tunes to anyone that is I'm gonna run some comfy tunes in the meantime, but I'm gonna take a brief intermission myself, so I'll be back in just a few. I'll go with Static. I'll still be on Rebel, but I imagine you're probably gonna be hitting off the bed because you probably have something to deliver tomorrow, so we'll go with this. Yeah, we'll go with this. We'll be back in just a few.
Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Okay, we're back. We're gonna at least get some searching in, because I did remember to bring extra water for today, because I know these sessions only go for like a few hours, but you know, voice acting different characters, it sort of gets your door after a while. But I'm gonna cut the music and we'll get back into it. There it be once more. Get ready to save. And back in we go. December 27th to 2:11 p.m. Wright and Co. law offices. What was Mr. Ashford talking about? Memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had a swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yeah. Do you remember feeling faint? Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Nani? Me? Well, maybe my heart was skipping a beat or two. Think you could do better than that. Come on, I say better from there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious. The Edgy ain't off the hook yet. And way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? From where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Baka. Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when he first met, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yeah, in grade school. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? Nani? Hey Larry, what's he talking about? Yeah, sorry, I kinda forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of third grade. I was in trial. Class trial. Class trial? Oh, now I'm curious, yeah. You remember Larry? Spring and the third grade? Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was very small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Yeah, I see. Yeah, anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mentioned, I do remember that. I can see why'd you forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope has been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty was you, thief. The money back, you're such a meanie. Oh, they're going way too fast for me. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I've done it. Over there and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone's staring at me like I've done it. Try to apologize. Went to the boy where I went to where the boy whose money has been missing was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! Shouldn't have to apologize. The only that belongs in the trial's evidence. Anything else has no place. Should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why you're honored as boy's innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, it's... Okay. I was gonna say it's someone else. No, it's Larry Betts. This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I replaced the money myself. Last trial's over. And that's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best friends. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. Did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, wow. I was just lucky I took that day off from school. But if I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? Something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Israel and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. Remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Gonna become a defense attorney, just like my father. Famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident? Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. It's so sad. For several years later, when I heard Edward's name again, there was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark suspicions of a demon attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Yeah? Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why he became a defense attorney, to meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he had to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, I believed in him. He's in pain, no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa. Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I do it for free. Oh, Nick. We have to say Mr. Edgeworth is the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. First, there's a rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. Well, I guess I can clean out some of the evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Oh, as Rebel would say, let's ride, but what do we have now? Autopsy report hasn't been updated yet. Photo, pictures from DL6. Still have a pair in our pocket. I mean, as evidence. You know what? I gotta get evidence at them. Oh no, I can. Okay, so you're saying I can't show him squat. I have options. Let's check out my Edgeworth first. Feels only right, I guess. December 27th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard a story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? Don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? The trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? To let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended your father's murder, right? Yes, the man who trapped him in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in the elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. Started to hate defense attorneys. So, what's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick? He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In other cases he had taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job is to find the suspects guilty perfectly. In any case, it's not impossible to find a weakness in them. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. Ish, no kidding. I feel like all I got was stuff about what happened in DL6, but that's it. Oh yeah, speaking of DL6, was a case that changed my life. Tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitation runs out. Tomorrow, that'd be a coincidence. But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Nick, no. That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Alright, fine. So you're saying it's important, but not right now. I guess speaking of TO6, let's talk to Grossberg, I guess, if he's in. Since he was on the case. Well, he's out. Again. When does he work anyway? I don't know. Don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Alright, fine. I guess we're on the lookout for a person of interest, I guess. Let's check with Gumshoe if he's in first, since we're in the area. Police, December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. No, Gumshoe's not back yet. Gumshoe, you won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Road job caretaker. Tell us something about catching those. The last thing I'll do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. And I guess if he's not here, I'll have permission to see the DL6 stuff. So, like it is, I guess. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. That's one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Next to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat job caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. I'm out to catch me a criminal. And he's gone. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, and one other thing. Yeah. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? And the woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad, so now no one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright, I guess that sort of limits our options because we can't see what happened with Lotta Heart, but there's still places to visit, I guess. Like Samurai Dog. Yeah. The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Okay, so nothing of interest here. Understood. I'm not gonna bother to examine other stuff, but that does lead to the boat shop in question. Tower 27, boat rental shop. Man, that old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Nani? Oh, it's him. Okay. I know that Claire to throw it anywhere. Aha, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? The days of my youth. Like a scent of fresh lemon, you see. I'm more surprised Grossberg is in the park, but... Actually, no, I'm actually suspicious of him being in the park because... Okay, I'm not gonna question it. It's video game logic. Mr. Grossberg. This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? No, I don't think he is. I'm assuming DL6 related because Grossberg was the I want to say Grossberg was a prosecuting attorney for the DL6 incident, who ended up taking a bribe on the side and getting blackmailed in another case we solved. This definitely stinks of DL6 though, for sure, but he's not the owner, I don't think. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Let me guess, same old boats. Yeah, same old boats. Same old shop. Caretaker must have run for the hills, huh? Looks like it. Didn't seem like a bad person. The forest here beyond these bushes. Nick the forest. There's someone in there. Yeah. You're right, there's a few policemen in there. They must be looking for the caretaker. Well, good luck. Well, I mean, there's only one place we can go, so... Maybe left something behind? Question mark? Caretaker shack. Well, he left Polly behind. Nobody's home. Hello? Hello? Squawk? Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello? Hello? Squawk. Can't believe he ran off and leave his poor ferret to fend for herself. I like all the parrot looks, by the way, in the little portrait. It's cute. Didn't comment on it yesterday because I felt like I was on a wild goose chase searching for clues, but it's a cute bird. Doesn't look like he uses he doesn't look like he uses kitchen much. Right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? Yeah, everything's cold. Looks like he didn't even turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back since the trial. I also remember I was gonna look up what that was, but I want to say you caught no. I'll look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I just want to confirm. Oh yeah, Katatsu. That's what I was thinking of. I remember because Persona 4. Mission Pool looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe? Don't you think the caretaker would mind? Well, we can just leave in the metal detector in exchange. Maybe you better not. Yeah? What's wrong? Never mind. What? Tell me. Just... when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. I'm not gonna question it. That reminds me, Nick. Ollie here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Ollie, what's the number to the safe? 1228, Squawk. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. Sure there isn't any money in there. Aw. But hey. He keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. Not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. Guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. Handwriting in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? We read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake and getting in the boat, firing twice. Exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. Perfect detail, you say? Gee, I wonder what this could possibly mean. Sorry, I can't resist throwing some sarcasm in. Apologies. Because, you know, perfectionists. The question is always why? The fact that they said in perfect detail like that, in perfect description, and we're dealing with perfectionists. The question is how to link it all together is the real thing, Paul, but I think I understand what's going on, more or less. I don't know, but it looks like these are descriptions for that caretaker. When he killed Robin Hammond and Colin Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And What does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? One thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Also, this guy's. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. Says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. At least it's not a crow, because a crow will remember that. The parrot, story's out on that one. Yeah, it seems like I showed this Edgeworth sort of moment, so let's go show this Edgeworth. Because I doubt Larry would care. Actually, no, Ghostberg. Go to Ghostberg first. Oh. Or he's not here. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. I don't tend to waste, let's get going. Yeah, so does Edgeworth first. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Yeah? Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defender you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Two men meeting myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe? Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations of the L6 incident? Wait. Wait, that old man? What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi? Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. He just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything went dark. Everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and darkness closed on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet, I said. Quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out. Don't shout. You just used up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanagi's mental condition was called into question. He claimed that oxygen deprivation and stress has caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed court and Yogi was found innocent. Yeah, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah. Something has been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean a nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime I committed. Crime you committed? The memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? The dream about my father's killing in the dark. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing in my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, fodder. He's attacking fodder. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. You know when I say eat the evidence, I don't mean eat the gun. Sorry, I couldn't resist making that joke. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. Scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. Nani? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why you wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth. You mean it was me? I was a true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe... Yeah. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Okay, that probably means Grossberg now. At least that means he's actually in for once. Mr. Grossberg. Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. Can't believe you're not, Baka. But, calm down and tell me what's happened, huh? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. I don't know how it's all connected, but I feel like we're gonna be dealt. I feel like we're gonna eventually get involved in this, but let's focus on the here and now for the moment. So, Edgeworth dreamt shot his own father. It's only a dream? Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite clearly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he wanted to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth drew the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, the deed was done. No. Don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. So, what do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney for Pierre. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, you may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sis? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. Well, that's no shock. Von Karma's an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And... he lost. Died in despair, as it were. See. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. And that was your mother, Misty Fey. I'm Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yandi Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied. It seemed the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. Don't believe it. So are you saying he falsified his testimony? That Edward's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But possibility nonetheless. Oh, so this is a letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Not his own sake. He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his clients found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He wanted an innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere ago. Long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Yeah, I was gonna say, I have a very clear idea of who this probably is. Because, again, perfect. Maybe this could be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Yeah. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait. You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. Nani? But that means... The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill him was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? I mean, I could see why he would want to forge evidence to ensure that he keeps his perfect record, but I'm honestly still confused. If it was truly von Karma who wrote this letter, then he should know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. Yeah? He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. The press had pointed to the court files Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh. How could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That... I don't know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. So, what happened in that trial then between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? But tell me he's never been to Europe. Yep, strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. He wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What did we do, Nick? While Carl was going to bring up DL6, he could bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he killed someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. It's alright. If you say so, suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything, but I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Well, I see where I probably meant to go, probably. Does it feel like a big enough hint? December 27th, Police Affairs, Criminal Affairs. Man, there's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. Staying out late looking for someone. And sounds like Detective Gumshoe is powering the payment for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Suspicious. I mean, totally sus. Oh, let's say suspicious, like in one cartoon I saw, but this totally is sus. Police Department's records room. Dusty as always. Well, we were only here yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Odd karma? I do, however, see one glaring thing that's totally wasn't like that yesterday. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases, evidence. Solved cases? Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty. Nani? What are you doing in here? Yeah. Von Karma? You... How did you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? Baka. We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon. See, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like thugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Totally not suspicious. The Spanish referee's your student, right? Or man, this he still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. You found Karma. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Ashworth, didn't you? Me? Grudge against a mere defense attorney. Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trail record? So you did, but what I don't get is... Why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival? That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth would admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? Quite the researcher. Done your homework so well, then surely you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. And we were right. So Von Karma's gonna bring up DL6 in court tomorrow? Cool. Creep. Yeah, I see no reason why I should have talked to him. Let's just go. Let's go talk to Grosswork some more. No. I'll talk to the DL6 incident. Better find out as much as we can about the murder for tomorrow. So I guess that I'm not done with being in the same room as Von Karma. Same stuff. Alright, no, I was gonna say the picture. No, that doesn't matter to him. Like I look at with difference from like the samurai case. Like I sort of don't want to show him the evidence, but I feel like that's. I feel like if I show him the letter, he's just gonna take it from my hand and just eat it away from me. I know it doesn't matter because investigations don't matter for me losing attorney points or anything, but fine. Now, Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn after he read it. Yeah? So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. Called it. Saved me a lot of needless hassle. Not me? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts of course your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. No. Whoa, what are you? Nick, run. Yeah. I hate when I'm right sometimes. Maya, out of my way. Yeah. Great. You had one job, Phoenix. Ugh. Got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Of course he would. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya? I would say yes, there should be officers here, but apparently everyone's out busy trying to find Yogi, and they could have at least left some behind in the evidence room. So, you know, protect us when stuff goes south like that. Ugh. Video game logic at its finest. Maya? Maya, open your eyes. Maya? The letter. Did he take it? No. Yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from the thing knocked me out cold. Useless. I'm not good as a lawyer or a medium. I didn't even save my sis. Not even now when we needed her the most. Wish I hadn't woke up in at all. Maya? There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Yeah? Maya, she's holding something. What is that? Bullet? The 06 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. But Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart still bears clear ballistic markings. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. I know I should just say we call it good and we leave this for next week, but tell you what, we'll at least get started on this because I am invested. As for finishing the second part of Third Feature, me is gonna have words surpass me on this, but we're gonna at least get this started. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Well, this is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. Yeah. It's a big idea. Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Yes, this shock has a runoff from a run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyway, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Man, Edward's looking glum as always. I hope Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya. Maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right. Good idea. I had to electrocute anyone on your way out. Oh boy. Let's give Maya the stun gun from yesterday. I'm sure nothing bad will come from that. Shaking my head. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Ashworth. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? I have no fear. It's promised I captured a runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. To go night, pal. Data sets Gumshoe. Must be tired. Actually, after that shock, I got away and I feel pretty good. And Oki says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgar if he couldn't remember it? If he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Court is now in trial for the set. And my words are really messed up today. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready. Yeah? Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Don't be all incensed by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the Bill Reynolds shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was a murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the Bill Reynolds shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness is not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court? I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for policy. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't have one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi and I'm gonna prove it. I will say, I sort of witnessed when I was cross-examining a kid and not a questionable drunk that's acting like they're drunk. They called me you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony, realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Knight, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. I'm gonna jump the gun a little bit because I know for sure Polly is suspicious. I mean, not Polly the bird, but him using it as an excuse seems odd to me. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmet, you see. She only eats those high-quality bird pellets in France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well... kinda got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Alright. Nice try, Von Carlos. No one's gonna believe that. Let's see. So, he was lost. Your Honor, please, come to your senses. So you lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah, it seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory? You know exactly who you are. When it is testified quite clearly, he has no memory of who he is. Claim he's lying and show the court proof. Ugh. So proof is going on at Okatra's head. Possible. Try to come to your senses, Mr. Wright. What do I have again? Just keep pressing, I guess. That's what's your memory, is that correct? Yeah, but it seems like it. No, I just went through that line, didn't I? Alright, let's just keep pressing first. So, how can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth from the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Still make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. Witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. Can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. I have to prove how he's lying about his memory, you know, without the thing that obviously links it to him. Might I say something, Mr. Light? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. And calling the witness's memory to pass or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he had nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order, order. Mr. Light, is there a serious problem with your claim? Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. So, this is interesting. I'd like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb on Karma. Sir Knight, please tell us this witness' name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? The name seems familiar. Oh. Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident? I guess the judge would have heard of it. Such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Allow me to repeat once more, this witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now. Got nowhere else to go. Nick? How are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? Okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor. Please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk. Nani? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. Of course. Why am I not surprised at this? Nani? No fingerprints? I was gonna say, this isn't like Men in Black. You can't have your fingerprints like right off your hands or something. But sure, video game logic. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers for working with the stuff. Yep. Nani? Yogi, you sneak. Burn your fingerprints off to hide your past. Yeah. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, guess we'll not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seeing that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No. I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There's no one else who could testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? You might consider he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're so a winner, Val Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. I'll be honest, I would facepalm at this, but that bird's smart. So I'm not gonna facepalm this, but it is more of a still naughty moment for me. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? It's a farce. I object. Objection? Wait a second. You're the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have the right to do as he suggested. Well, so desperate, then please be my guest. Or should you go through with this and nothing comes of it? Hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, so wanna go through with your little game? Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. Eh? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Varma rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Great, I get the liberty of... You know what, considering the past 2 days of this trial, I'm gladly take interrogating a parrot versus dealing with Von Karma. It's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. The name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello? Hello? Squawk? Certainly the most concise testimony we had so far.
Ooh.
Ooh woo. Hey Ross. Welcome to probably our weirdest cross-examination yet. Where we're cross-examining the parrot. Because of course we are. What are you gonna do, Nick? That movie was a relevant sound alert. Yeah, it definitely is a break from the tension that has been the past 3 hours? No, 2.5, because I started a bit late. Welcome on in. Don't worry, the future games are even worse. Well, this game has piqued my interest. I could see myself playing the other two at some point. Although honestly, my plan was if this didn't work out, I would have continued with the Yakuza series, but I'm intrigued. I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Also, no, I was not kidding, Ross. We're indeed cross-examining the parrot. How bad I got. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Allow me to take my weekly psychotics up to speed. I mean, I will admit that the case has started out weird. This has just been about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures weird, for at least for this case. The other two were more sane, trust me, Ross. Maybe I should just get her to say her name. Mr. Knight, I think we established that this parrot is named Polly. Not yet, it doesn't. It doesn't really have anything to do with that, no. Well, we need to show the judge that our owner is Mr. Yogi. I think I know what the game wants me to say, and I think it's finally time that I actually do have the bird say the thing. Because I remember one distinct thing that will give us what we need. As I recall 2 days ago. Polly, have you forgotten something? Squawk. Don't forget the L6, Squawk. I can get Polly to say that here. That will prove the caretaker has something to do with the L6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Oh, for dog's sake, please don't tell me he coached the parrot, got coached by Von Karma. Oh my gods. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot? Something we forgot? Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. Ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tis, tis, tis. Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. I would roll my eyes, but I've done enough baseballming today. Can I retrain the parrot? Could he? Did he train not to respond when we asked if we forgot anything? Okay, I could think of one other thing, but I doubt it's probably the answer. I doubt he was that thorough, he says. Yeah? Safe? Why? Let's just try to get to say anything, okay? Probably. What was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you're claiming this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. Oh, I think I know, actually. Because that happens to be today's date. Please have my Kaji. Okay, I at least have that. Take that. The DL6 case file? What's this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number? The summary? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number in the safe is 1228. Ah. He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important the date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Ah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM number to 10001 because I'm number 1. That has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it's a little weak for evidence in the murder trial. We would need some other collaborating evidence. Where am I to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Your Honor, my brief is not taking the fair jokes this trial. Sorry, I didn't mean to snort like that, but yeah, by the gods. Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to a parrot. Ow. I mean, I have the name, but the name isn't really tell me anything, but it's my only option at this point. Sure, why not? Yes, it does. Eh? Well, if there wasn't, I'm gonna get punished for this. Show us his proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor. I'm not sure. We'll probably check on that, but I'm probably gonna get penalized for this, honestly. I'm gonna assume the file, and that's probably not gonna be the answer, is it? The DLC's case file? It's quite a large file you have there. Why don't you just proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. It's alright, please show us a page. If Yanni Yogi was just the murderer, well, it's either victim or suspect. Because case summary led us to the date on the safe. It's on the victim data page. Sorry, I don't see anything here that relates to the name Polly. Wait. F. Well, let's say they penalized for that. I was gonna say, I have an idea of what they mean by Polly. No, there's literally only two things I could go right on. It's only just hello, hello, and dot dot dot, which I pressed on because I figured maybe there's something related to that. No, there's not. No. I'm getting somewhere though with this. Because it has to be the case file. And the only thing left on that file is the suspect data. Yeah. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancee's name? Polly Jenkins? Polly? You know, I was thinking polygraph, in that he was just a chronic liar, but that works, yeah. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember a nameless fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. Yes, that's possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter had a dog she calls Phoenix. Phoenix, right? That make you my granddaughter's fiance. She's only 7 years old. No, she's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we reach a conclusion here. A mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, Two coins at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker at the boat shop. Immediately. Witness. Tell us your name. Wait. This witness doesn't remember. No. It's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is a real yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to try to show his sanity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please use your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. Also, hey, boy. I want to at least make sure I'm saying the right voice for this. Here's what I see him honestly as, like, Bacchus, pretty much. 15 years ago, I stared at the bailiff in this very court. Order, order. Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. And they put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said I was mentally unsound. Tell me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We wanted a trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, package arrived. A letter and a pistol. The plan was written out with careful detail. It was a plan for me to take revenge on the people who ruined my life. Didn't care who that sent it. I thought this was my chance. For 15 years, that was it. Finally, chance to have revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. On karma? Where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. Saw no room for error in his confession. Then, defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Would the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you're clear to suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? Don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Victory confetti. Yes, confetti. Although I don't feel good about this one. That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, But that means no. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. It's the parrot. I wish. It would have been cool. But no, it's Edgeworth. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick? Edgeworth's trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell him he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell him he killed his own dad. Oh. F it. Objection. The judgment's already passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That'll be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. Only a nightmare. That's what I've told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, statute of limitation of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order. It's certainly unexpected. The defendant claimed his innocence in comparison to a different crime? A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today? What are the odds? Not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We tried this man for the crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 28, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Unfortunately, I have to end things off here because I am at time, unfortunately. I wish I actually started on time, but I was a little bit sleepy. Alright, apologies. I might be able to be live tomorrow. If I do, we'll probably maybe see where this goes, but Tuesday for sure, we're switching back to XCOM. And if we get cliffhanged, then yeah, I'll probably will just hold off on the rest of the case till next week. So apologies for us and Ball, but I have a time that I need to stop at, otherwise I'll be up all night, which is not that good for me.